This girl's name is Ashin. Once in the forest picking medicine to save her mother and escape while her entire village was massacred. With a deep hatred, she practices day and night to seek justice. Her archery skills have come to the world. Out of the devil. Every arrow that shot hits the heart. It even pierced through the tree. You can quietly take your life and leave. It doesn't leave a sound. In one accidental occasion, she discovered a shocking secret about the tragedy of his village. She shook hands to carry out a cruel plan of revenge. What is that secret? Why a beautiful girl could create such a bloody tragedy? Let's get started. Jerkins are divided into two groups. War-loving people, gathered in the PA River Basin hanging, under the leadership of Pat Cherry. The other part is the feet, but lived in Show SN for over 100 years. They're not considered Jerkins. And not even the Show SN. Most Chosun people think the Manjas who live in the lake village, they deserve to do inferior jobs. Ashin is the girl of the Jerkins. Living on the land of Chosun one night, quiet Ashin, holding a torch, stealthily enters the abandoned temple in the mountains of Pisa, the forbidden zone of Chosun. That's why she came here. I hope I can find a cure for my mother. The view of the temple is very bizarre. Under the flickering fire, the drawings and writing on the temple's stela. It's a legend now. It's about a deer that ate a strange grass. It drives the deer crazy. He jumped into the lake and slowly lost his life. A murky fog enveloped the forest. The deer opened its eyes and its eyes were white. Is shuffling and stumbling. Suddenly he saw the tiger in the distance. Not running. It roared furiously towards the tiger. The battle rages on. Of course the deer can't attack the tiger. On the contrary, it was crushed and torn apart by the tiger. That deer ate something called resurrection grass. It's the grass that brings the dead back to life. But you'll pay the price the next morning. Two soldiers exist. Pisa discovered 15 bodies. Rumors have spread everywhere. Deputy Commander Minchi Rock of the Army, Joe Shan and Troopa Jin immediately came to investigate. Based on the tattoos on the hands, you can tell they're the queen of the Pachioi. Come up here and pick the mountain. Was killed. After inspection, Minchi Rock has discovered ring nuts in hand. A body of this ring nut. Only the Show SN royal family has it. Worried about this news, sooner or later land will spread to the Tai of the Pachioi. The deputy commander decided to go to the lake village. In the lake village, he had Ashin's father is butchering the wild boar. For a lady, local aristocracy, that the Jerkins are dirty people. The noble lady insulted him. When you touch their food, and threw that filthy meat out with a white cloth. That's why the children in the village get a free meal. He smiled and cooked meat for everyone. Ashin, now from the forbidden zone, was discovered by everyone. Father Ashin is very angry because she came to Pisa to find champagne. Tell me about the strange tree. It can bring back the dead. He knew she wanted to save her sick mother. But show it's bullshit, and most of all, sneaking in it will be severely punished by the soldiers. You forbid Ashin from going there. To your father is talking. Then suddenly a royal army arrived. The whole village of Ashin hurriedly stooped to kneel. He hurriedly received and offered tribute. Deputy Commander, let me know. 15 female members of BHA killed. Went to Pisa. The Deputy Commander wants you across the river. They were killed by a tiger. I don't believe a word. You have to accept spying for the Joshan court in exchange for an official in Chupajin's army. All 15 bodies were brought here to destroy the body. The guards reported that the bodies were not killed by tigers, it's people. Deputy Commander, calm down. As previously known, the result of this is extremely sensitive. The Japanese army in the south invaded 5 times. Another threat in the north is the Chen Women's Army. The great warrior of Pachio has a saying. When 1,000 Jerkins gathered, the world will be in danger. If they use this as an excuse to attack, the Chosun will not be able to withstand. He asked the guards not to. Who knows the real killer? It's late at night. The deputy commander visited the embassy to meet with Cho beaming. You're being punished here for abandoning the law and fleeing the war. This guy is very unruly. Depending on the power of the family, he considers the mountains and rivers of Pisa his family's property. So they killed 15 Jerkins. The deputy commander knows everything. Instead of punishing the guilty according to the law, he's hiding everything. and started a tiger hunting campaign to reassure the populace. Before you go, don't forget to warn the playboy. If you put your country in danger, even if it's your children, you can't live in peace. And tell him to shut up and not do anything stupid. In the lake village, a sin not to believe. 15 honest women who died because of a tiger. I told him it would be dangerous to lie. He said their ancestors were conceived by Ashin. You can't betray that grace. Ace watched his back row away. The next morning, he went to the Chipa Jerkins on the Kia River, doing dirty media work to spread rumors. The mountain tiger ate the Jerkins of Pachio and Asim at home. Take care of the bedridden mother. Because of his cowardly condition, no doctor will come. She told everyone to stay and take care of her mother. And he himself runs a circuit to the abandoned temple. Asim took a branch of grass from within his cloth. Contrast that with the resurrected grass on the stela. At the same time, the deputy commander gathered a group of hunters into the forest. Tiger hunting as planned, they'll pretend to hunt. But the goal is to drive the tiger to Pisa County. Among the hunters, there are also some female fighters mixed in. Normally tigers hate metal, so it will avoid. But the deputy commander made a strange discovery, and its footprints went back to the hunters. Not beyond prediction, the hunters were excited. Now hear the beast. They're afraid to step back. The tiger in the bush in front of La Ra attacked. Those who didn't make it were torn apart by the tiger. But it just bites to death, and then he goes to the others. The deputy commander and the soldiers heard a scream of rubbish, ran to find a pile of unhealed bodies. An old man with a little breath. Try to say the words. It's a monster, deputy commander. Let the hunters retreat. You will hunt the tiger yourself. The hunters heard the signal and fled. The Jerkins also took off their camouflage. Go hunting tigers. The deputy commander was also in a hurry to find the beast. They quickly ran out. The grass mop saw the Jerkins arrive. The deputy commander's mission now, it's not just destroying the tiger. We've got to stop the Jerkins. Female boxes running fast and fast. When they heard the tiger's voice, they paused. A guy with a knife runs towards the tiger, but was immediately slapped to death. The other fighter is caught up. Let him repeatedly stab himself in the head, but the monster wasn't hurt. The soldier is probing. When you see the scene in front of you, you are not afraid of falling. The tiger came and sold him salt. The most ferocious female fighter right now. He also ran to the tiger. Draw to short blades. Face the monster in front of you. The tiger bit the fighter's hand. The fighter shouted fiercely against. The deputy commander heard a running sound. He threw a spear at his head and it died. The breathless fighter stood up. He pulled a knife on the tiger and cut it open. He plucked out his organs. It was as if it had died a long time ago. Then, it's a lie for a man-eating tiger to go up the mountain and pick up ginseng. The deputy commander said they're not responsible for the death of the Jerkins, illegally crossing the border into Chosun. Angry fighter, and swore that the bloody revenge would begin. Arsenic in the forest is about to leave. She saw the body of the Jerkins, shot dead by a rather peculiar arrow. She was a little suspicious but decided to leave. At home, Ashin. The little brother heard a noise, thinking of Ashin. Boy, go out and watch. I saw a lot of rockets coming towards the village. The people in the village suddenly, raided by Pa Jerry's troops. The gentle people. He was killed by Pa Jerry and the female boxes. Pa Jerry killed everyone in the village in cold blood. Even the child doesn't hold back. Asim to arrive. A desolate scene where no one survived. The villagers were hanged as criminals. She knelt down crying bitterly. Winter sky snow covered the ground. Asim is looking for the deputy commander, with the desired Chosun hero. Strong will help me punish PHA. But he said, the state cannot interfere in private matters. Asim, please continue your spy work. Under the command of Jushin's army in Trupajin. She said she could get revenge at 15. 25 later is fine, and she's willing to do anything just to get revenge. Deputy commander ordered, get her a pigsty to stay in. Ashin hugged the furniture and walked into the pigsty. She had to crawl under the shelf to catch the cold. She couldn't sleep thinking about the past. She holds the resurrection grass in her hand, bent on revenge. Even though Ashin is young, but we have to work hard every day. Night. Ashin crossing the river, securely tracking Pa Jerry barracks. During the day, she goes to the forest to practice shooting arrows. Time is passing by. Ashin has become a beautiful young woman. With skillful archery. All of her arrows hit one target. The last shot even pierced through the tree. But a beautiful girl stayed long, in the all-male army. Of course there will be those who want to take advantage of Ashin. With your skills, you can easily cut them off. But if you do, you won't. You can stay here and seek revenge. How many years will the river break down? Spent day spying. You have completed the map. The same information of Bachi and send the guards. 2 soldiers came one day to deliver the news. Negotiations with the Japanese were interrupted. The king ordered troops to come to his aid. The deputy commander decided to leave. Let a few troops stay, watch the Pasheri's movements. At night the guards went to find Ashin. Saw the soldier excitedly, clothes out of the pigsty. The guards warned him not to come. Ashin was assigned the task of infiltration, to learn the dynamics of Pacheri. Arsenic quickly sneaks into the Pacheri's barracks. You walk into a room and hide. To see the boxer bring food. She discovered a disabled man. Cut off hand, my legs are tied up like an animal, and just eat some leftover rice. Wait for the fighter to come out. Ashin comes close to realizing this is your father. On the neck were the words traitorous spy. The tribe found out that their father didn't die. Nearly 15 by she stunned compressed crying loudly. She tried to break the chain to save him. He looked at her and begged her to kill him. Ashin hurts to hug father. Until the morning, desperate to rescue you. The hatred trapped in her burns even more. Ashin staggers to troop Ajin's army. In the middle of the road, I met the deputy commander. The same local royal family is coming out. She was surprised to see the arrow of the royal family. That's what I saw in the forest. As a child, I had my doubts. At midnight, Ashin sneaks into the library and kills the guard. Hold the key and open the closet and get the play raw. Ashin continues to uncover the horrifying truth. It's about the massacre of the lake. You trusted the wrong person from the beginning. To the bridge next to the enemy without even knowing it. He's the one who faked the fake evidence. In a successful tiger hunt to blame her village. He didn't hesitate. Sacrifice your village to wash away the sins of the royal family. How much men endure? Risking your life as a spy. They even have to bite their teeth. Serving the eager soldier with his body. In exchange for the lies. From the moment the hidden truth was revealed. You've completely become someone else. The soldier came into the pigsty at midnight looking for her. He saw a strange plant in his bed and was very curious. He picked it up and was sent to heaven by Ashin. Ashin used grass to resurrect him into a zombie. The dead man bit 2 guards. A guy ran up the stairs and was bitten in the leg. The soldiers above tried to pull him up. They used spears to push his corpse, but they didn't get hurt. He was kicked out of his pants. In the bedroom, a soldier just went to the bathroom and walked in. He was about to lie down when he saw something unusual. Put your hands up. There was a pool of fresh blood and bodies lying next to it. A corpse rose up and executed him. The other undead also woke up. The guard sitting in the room heard the noise. When he went to check, he found a dead body. On the incision in the forehead, there's grazing revival. Just ran in for the sword. The dead man jumped up and attacked. But he was quick to throw fire. He burned and pierced the sword into his stomach. Outside, the soldiers don't know what's going on. Was bitten by a bunch of zombies. A guard with someone else. Escaped before opening the door. A man is struck with 2 arrows in his hand and neck. A sign on the roof. Give the guard a shot in the middle. A sign walk calmly observe. Beneath it, the camp is destroyed and the fire is burning. The surviving soldiers fought back. They ran into the closed hall. To escape the pursuit of the undead. A zombie gets in on the soldier. Some of the people around joined forces to kill him, but arsenic doesn't give them a chance to survive. She shot an arrow that killed them all. The soldier went into a hiding place. It was discovered by arsenic. Shoot an arrow through his head. A while later, there's no way I left in the entire army except for a bunch of zombies. Only one soldier was lucky enough to escape, trying to climb onto the roof and run for help. Ashin coldly shot an arrow through his hand. Little fresh blood down. Attract the undead Butera Sin. Pour kerosene on you. They shoot rockets. The end scorched all below. In the early morning, the entire army turned into a wasteland. Ashin from the smoke of fire walked her into the pigsty. A soldier alive hanging like SA soup she pulled. Take him back to the lake. Go back to your village. The happy memories come back. The depths of my soul are filled with hatred. Somewhere there is still a shadow of a sinful girl. Always remember the lost ones. I want to bring them back to this world. Even if now people are just lifeless zombies. And completely unaware of a sin. But just like that, you also feel that you are no longer alone. I didn't take care of people before. From now on, you will treat them to delicious food. Asim has now completely turned into a different person. Someone who has nothing to lose. Living only to make Cho-sun and the Jerkins fall. End movie. Asim went to Dr. Cho-sun to deliver raw grass revival. And tell him how to use it. This is also the beginning of tragedies. It will happen in the future. Ashin goes to the Pathio's army when he's done with it. In front of the brutal leader. She didn't flinch with her bow aimed at him. The film gives viewers a full range of emotions. From sudden fear to grief. Even a bright and strong girl. Temperament, but yes. Living in a dark world. Full of pain and suffering. He also turned into a cruel man, her cruel revenge. Too many innocent people have died. But with the pain you've had to endure. Words like taking love to diffuse hatred. It means nothing to a sin. All about Minchi-rock. A loyalty to the state. Without any hesitation, to bring people in the village of Lake Ra's sacrifices. You can be a good official. But not a good person. However, his calculations. It only brings temporary peace. Not as beautiful as you would like. Thank you for following all the links. You guys, please support us by liking and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification button to not miss the VI. Be attractive in the future. Hello and see you later.